and him is over there like, I love when them girls fight.
Hey, jeez, oh. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Like, this was on a kid's show. Why was this a part of the Powerpuff Girls, bro? Like, oh my goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. The symbolism is outrageous.
So we come back to the
devil is a lie, looking for the prize. That's eternal life. You're bringing the things in my mind. Talking real peace of mind.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy KingMarcell, and we back with another video. Today we got a video from Swiggy Me. All right, that's the name of the channel, but it's about him from the Powerpuff Girls. Now, I don't know if you guys used to watch the Powerpuff Girls. I did when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I was a Cartoon Network head, and the Powerpuff Girls was one of those shows that had me in the chokehold. Like it did a lot of us when we was younger. But literally, they had one of the most creepiest villains of all time in him. And literally, he was like the devil in my role. I always thought him was the devil, and I always thought that they was wild, even as a kid, for like the episodes that he was in, because they were very disturbing. They were very creepy. He was very sadistic, and I remember that. I remember he used to make like my motherfucking skin crawl when I was growing up. So we about to check him out. You know what I'm saying? Their greatest villain, the Powerpuff Girls' greatest villain, him. Make sure you guys like this video, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys summon up and join the kingdom. But with that being said, let's get into him.
Usually I'm here to talk to you about a crash out, but today, no. Today is about pure evil. I don't even know if this is a human, but what I do know is that he is him. So ladies and gentlemen, today I will take you on a journey into the mind of a maniac.
Another thing that I want to point out, if you guys can look it up, you use your Google, you know what I'm saying? Use your Google. One of the devil's names is him. So when all these guys be talking about they him and all of that, or even when they be calling themselves the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? They all low key saying they the devil himself, himself. You know what I'm saying? Like they tripping, bro. But people like a female.
We'll be taking a tally of all of his crimes throughout all of the evidence. Cause boy, he done did some stuff. But without further ado, welcome to the mind of a maniac. Him. AKA his infernal majesty. Now, to understand it, he doesn't fight using his hands. Oh no, him is a master manipulator. He uses emotions against people to fight their own battles. Yeah, like a demon. Why in his first episode, after the girls beat his goddamn Hydra and started using it as a jump rope, he was over there on his couch watching this, and the aura of him was over 9,000, because even the narrator was shook when he realized that it was him. But as he's watching,
I should just start malfunctioning,
them on the
the Hydra, the damn Hydra is the damn devil's dog. He was the devil, bro. Like that went over my head.
Battles, which is why in his first episode, after the girls beat his goddamn Hydra and started using it as a jump rope, he was over there on his couch watching this, and the aura of him was over 9,000, because even the narrator was shook when he realized that it was him. But as he's watching them on the TV, him is like,
oh yeah, that voice was creepy as hell.
Embarrassed by the Powerpuff Girls. And while he's over there ashamed in his Hydra, Buttercup is over there chucking it like a football at Blossom trying to play catch. But it ends up hitting Blossom into a building, making them fight. And while they're going back and forth, Bubbles yells for them to stop. And while she's trying to get them to stop fighting, a light goes off in his head, because he realizes that he can easily manipulate Bubbles to beat the Powerpuff Girls. And him is over there like, I love when them girls fight.
Hey, jeez, oh. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Like, this was on a kid's show. Why was this a part of the Powerpuff Girls, bro? Like, oh my goodness gracious, Lord have mercy. The symbolism is outrageous.
So we cut back to the house and Blossom and Buttercup are at each other's throats. And while this is going on, Bubbles is in the room crying because they're over there arguing. And that's when she hears a voice.
This is a show about little flying mutant little girl. Test tube babies and shit.
I heard what you were saying. You're right, Bubbles. It's wrong when they fight. But I have a solution for you. All you need to do is tell Buttercup that she's to be in charge. Yeah.
He's spinning his little girl ear through this damn
real leader,
toy.
So the next day, they get a call on the hotline.
It's not right.
Like the city. Yeah, we know.
Fix my crown.
So as the girls are heading over there, Bubbles is holding Octi. And as Blossom and Buttercup are getting their asses handed to them, Bubbles goes up to Buttercup and tells her that Octi thinks you should be the leader and do what you want to do. And you know, there's a reason Blossom is the leader. She's rational. She uses her brain because you see Buttercup goes and grabs the top of the water tower, the city's water supply, and chucks it at the monster, just for it to land on top of an old lady
that did
smash her and her bike. And this is why I never want to live in Townsville, because this old lady is just riding in the park, and the next thing you know, she on a t-shirt. So when they get back to the house, Blossom and Buttercup are headed up to here with each other, and they're using their powers in the house fighting each other. And if I'm the professor, both of y'all getting whooped, because I know y'all not tearing up my house. But while this is going on, him is over there having a field day because he thinks he won. And when we cut back to the room, Bubbles is still over there asking the doll what to do. Like what?
Right, literally, the doll
comes on
since
the
you clean off, shorty.
You stupid girl. They're fighting you.
Right.
You believes whatever a talking toy tells you.
I mean, did he lie? Is he lying? Is he lying?
This is a limited time offer.
He not lying.
Introducing guest.
He just told you what the fuck happened, shorty, because y'all is bugging in this motherfucking house.
Daddy's got a town to destroy. So him turns Bubbles' doll into a giant monster and starts making its way to destroy the town. And Bubbles thinks that she can take the thing down, which if she wasn't so goddamn soft in this episode, she probably could. But when she gets there, she gets snatched up by the dang octopus. And while she's over there screaming for help, Blossom and Buttercup show up, put their differences aside, and yank Bubbles out of the monster's tentacles, which is enough for him to be beat for now. And this brings me to chapter 2. So we're back in the city of Townsville, and if it's one thing that citizens of Townsville love, it's the Powerpuff Girls.
They do. They
From
rock
this
with
old
them.
lady to Miss King to the mayor and Miss Bellum to their beloved professor. Everybody loves the Powerpuff Girls. But there is one person that hates the Powerpuff Girls, and that is him. And him is over there in the tub like,
bro, why is showing this nigga in the tub? Why they got this man in the tub?
I hate them girls, bro. So while he's talking to the rubber duck about how much he hates the Powerpuff Girls, he comes up with a plan. But before we get to the plan, why is his foot shaped like a heel?
Bro,
so he pops up over the town like the moon
bro?
In the middle of the night and literally puts hate in the people's hearts overnight, because the very next morning, everyone hates the Powerpuff Girls. And I just gotta say, this is the biggest coercion charge I have ever seen. You could probably throw in assault with a chemical weapon too, because we don't know what's in
what
is
this?
How we know that's safe? So the next day, the girls are out and they find out real quick that everybody can't stand them. This old lady that they helped yesterday is now beating them, cat scratching them up, Miss King getting a class to throw apples and scissors at them, bro.
That's kind of crazy.
Crazy. Even the narrator is sitting there telling them to shut up. But the craziest part about all of this
they look like they're narrator on
office, and they thought that he wanted them to help open the pickle jar again. So they go and grab the jar, And when they grab the jar, the mayor calls in the goddamn SWAT team on them, and they all pull the strap on them. Even my baby Miss Bellum pulls the goddamn pistol out. But Bellum got a strap too. So when they get home, they realize that everybody is out for their heads. Even the dang professor hates them. And when they run outside, him shows up and tells them that he turned the whole town against them. And then he wraps himself around the professor and proceeds to lick the professor's face.
Hey,
so after him tells them that he turned them against them, he sicks them on the girls. And while they're beating on them, the crash out of the group Buttercup tells the girls that in order to beat them, they gotta beat them.
Facts.
Boy, if you done seen a Powerpuff Jump, you know that body's about to start because the Powerpuff Girls beat the brakes off every citizen of Townsville. It was a massacre. Everybody got it. Even the dang professor. They laid out everybody except him, which I gotta say, yeah, they threatened him for doing that, but y'all still not running no hands with him. And this leads me to the final chapter, and probably why they didn't run up on him, because ladies and gentlemen, this last chapter is simply called Him Wins. And before we start this chapter, I just want to forewarn you, this is probably one of the darkest episodes in the series. So without further ado, so we cut back to the city of Townsville once again, and it's almost time for the kids to get out of school for the weekend. And Buttercup is over there fiending to get out of school.
She like a fiend.
Because Miss Kim is over here solving the formula for time travel. Lady, they are 6. So when the girls get out of school, they happy because for the first time, they get to go on a vacation from the city of Townsville. They about to go be on the beach, play in the water, have some fun, you know, be normal for once. So the girls race home, but remember how I said Miss King was over there solving the formula for time travel? Well, the girls go so fast that they literally access the speed force and travel into the future. And the future of Townsville without the girls for all that time does not look good. But to be honest, when they get home, the girls don't even notice it. Because when they get home and go into the professor's lab, they find the professor who is now an old man trying to recreate the Powerpuff Girls. And when they try to talk to him, he thinks they're a hallucination and chases the girls out of the house into the now wasteland that is Townsville. And as they fly into the town, they stop at the mayor's office, and they got my baby Miss Bellum in there losing it. Apparently, the girls have been gone so long, and the mayor was trying to call them for help so much, but they never came. And as a result, the mayor is now dead. And after they leave the mayor's office, they stop at the school and find Miss King, who is basically stuck in a genjutsu, talking about how she stood there waving goodbye to the girls as they raced off over and over again. But here's the kicker. The girls have been gone for 50 years. And as they are staring at Miss King, they hear a voice behind them.
Don't you girls know that the fashion
She sweating out her eyeball? She was sweating out her eyeball?
Seconds, minutes, hours, days, and nights.
But this nigga creepy as shit. Why they had these little girls going up against devil himself?
And race the speed of light. Remember, girls?
And Buttercup can't believe it because they left the world for 50 years. 50 years with no one to protect it from him. And right after this, him does something that I can only describe as horrific, demonic, downright evil. I don't think I've seen anyone in the history of this show do this. He got jumped by the Powerpuff Girls and he shrugged it off like they didn't even touch him. They was dragging him worse than they've ever done anyone. Literally crying while they was punching him. And you know when kids cry while they angry, their power gets multiplied by like 3. And the whole time, him is...
And we have seen these little girls literally beat the brain out of Mojo Jojo. So you know they crying while they doing this and they ain't doing nothing to this boy. Hey, come on now.
Smiling while getting beat up by the girls. And after all that, they had him over there tooted up on the ground. And him looks up like,
are you finished?
Bruh, nah. I've seen these girls drop giant monsters like it's nothing. And him just shrugging it off like they didn't even touch him. Not even a scratch on the fit. God damn. So as Blossom tells him that he can never beat them, Him's eyes starts glowing green and says that he doesn't need to win. He already won. And they proceed to transform into a super-powered version of himself. And the messed up part about all this is usually when villains think that they won, they'll start fighting to prove it. But not him. No, him went into his ultimate form just to flex. He didn't even fight them. All he did was have all the people come and tell the Powerpuff Girls that it's their fault. The reason why the town is now a wasteland is because they left and him took over and they didn't come back to try to save them. And without even throwing a punch, he broke the spirit of the Powerpuff Girls. He took their will to even fight back to the point that the girls ran. And this time, they didn't run to try to get stronger. They didn't run to find some secret weapon. They didn't come back. They ran away from him. And for the first and only time, the Powerpuff Girls definitively lost. And the only villain that was able to do it,
they didn't fix that shit?
Him. All right, y'all ring up my final tally.
Damn, they didn't fix that shit? Shit. Sounded, of course, he fighting little girls. You're like, what? his crime is surviving a Powerpuff Girl jumping.
Watch one of these videos next.
So they just ran away? Nah, they ain't just run away like that, bro. Let me know down in the conversation. That's how that ended. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the episode. They ran? Oh no, man. That ain't it, pal. That ain't it, man. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I do drop a video here. We on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys are subbing up and joining the kingdom. But with that being said, KingMarcell out. Peace.